Hello and Namaste. Welcome to Indic Atman. As part of the Indian Vedanta series, we have begun our journey with the Upanishads and have looked into the Mandukya and Isha Upanishad in the past videos. Let us continue our journey. Our topic for today is Aitareya Upanishad. Aitareya Upanishad is all about the creation of the world. There are multiple stories in Puranas about how the world was created, but the Upanishads represent the word directly heard from God. This Upanishad was written by Rishi Mahidasa Aitareya. As a little boy, he had received divine wisdom from Goddess Earth and he grew up to become the great Rishi Mahidasa, which means the servant of Mother Earth. Aitareya Upanishad is a short Upanishad with just 33 shlokas or verses. It is an entertaining Upanishad which requires you to open your mind and let your imagination fly a little bit. It might come across as a bit unreal or comical, but all creation theories are that. This video has also been created with a lighter tone. I hope you will watch it to the end and take away something from it. The Upanishad can be divided into 6 sections: creation of the world and the deities, abode of the deities, creation of food, the Lord enters, the 3 births, and the consciousness. Let us begin with the first section, creation of the world and the deities. In the beginning, God created heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. The Spirit of God moved upon the waters, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. The Aitareya Upanishad also says, "In the beginning, nothing existed. It was void, silent, completely empty. There was just one Spirit which moved around. The Spirit was powerful and auspicious, the Atman." Sa ikshita lokanusrija iti. The Lord, the Atman, thought, "I shall create the worlds," and lo behold, the worlds were created. The Lord created the expansive never-ending skies, the ever-flowing deep waters and the land in between. The skies are called the Ambaha and consisted of the 5 heavenly worlds: Swaha, Maha, Janaha, Tapaha and Satyaha, or the Brahmaloka, which is the highest heaven. The earth was called Maraha, the land of death. Everything that lives here will have to face death one day. The layers between the earth and the heavens is called the Marichyaha, the interspatial world. And the deep dark waters were called the Apaha, which consisted of the 7 underworlds of hell: Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala and Patala, the lowest hell. Thus came into being the 14 lokas or the 14 worlds. To rule over and govern this world, the Lord then created a lump from the elements of the world, and this deity was called Hiranyagarbha, which represents the golden or the cosmic womb. Then from within this deity burst open 8 more deities. First, it cracked open to create the mouth with the faculty of speech, governed by the deity Agni or fire. Then it burst open into nostrils with the faculty of smell, governed by Vayu or air. Then came 2 beautiful eyes with the faculty of sight, governed by Aditya or the sun. Similarly, the ears came for hearing, governed by Disha or space. The skin, hair came for touch, governed by Vanaspati or herbs and trees. The heart and mind came for thought, governed by Chandra or moon. The navel came to support excretion, governed by Mrityu or death. And finally, the genitals came with the semen or the seed for generation, governed by Apaha or water. This is how the worlds and its faculties were created. The deities all lived together in harmony at the macrocosmic level, but to experience the world, they realized they wanted smaller homes to be able to move around and have a full experience of life. So they asked the Lord for their smaller homes. Here we move from the macrocosmic to the microcosmic. The Lord pondered and pondered. Then, out of all the elements of the world, it created a shape which seemed like a cow. All the deities entered it. They were happy. but not fully satisfied. Then the Lord created another shape which looked like a horse. All the deities entered it. They were happy but not fully satisfied. Then the Lord visualized a beautiful shape and out of all the elements created a shape which looked like a Purusha or human. The deities were so impressed that they cried happily, "Oh, what a masterpiece!" All the faculties entered in, and lo behold, they were fully satisfied. They all lived together in harmony. But wait, soon they realized they were hungry and thirsty. They wanted food. They wanted food to be able to survive and experience the world fully. So they asked the Lord for it. The Lord pondered and pondered. The Lord brooded over the elements of the skies, earth, and waters, and out of it sprang up delicious edible matter, which was food. The deities looked at the food and marveled at it. The mouth came first. It said, "I will consume the food." It used its faculty of speech and said, "Food, food." But sadly, it was not able to consume it, because just by saying food, food, one cannot consume it. Then the nostrils came. It used its faculty of smell, but it was not able to consume it, because just by smelling the food, one cannot consume it. Then came the eyes. It looked at the food, it stared at the food, it looked at it from all angles, but it was not able to consume it, because just by looking at food, one cannot consume it. The same way, all the other deities tried, but they realized one cannot consume food by just hearing about food, or by just touching it, or by just thinking about it, and definitely not by trying to use the genitals to grasp it, as one will never be satisfied by mere sexual union with anything in this world. So the deities went again to the Lord and asked for help. The Lord again pondered and pondered. And then we created the pranas, the energies which help in the intake, processing, and circulation of food, the release of energy, and the elimination of waste. These 5 physiological processes, prana, samana, vyana, udana, and apana, help us to intake and inhale everything that is required and exhale and eliminate that which is not required. The deities were now very happy and their hunger and thirst was satisfied. It now all looked perfect, a self-running system. But was it? The Lord now thought, all this is good, but what about me? How can all this be without me? Where shall I enter? In our lives, we may think we are enough in all respects. We have everything we need. We have a healthy and fit body, good education, a great family, a fantastic job, wealth, friendships, and a lot of talent, appreciation, and success. We can eat, sleep, drink, breathe, talk, hear, see, all by ourselves. So what is the need of God? A godless life and a godless world may run really well, but it will be without a purpose and without any real worth. You will keep going round and round through the cycles of time without real satisfaction. The presence of God is necessary to take you back to the source, to your real home, to your limitless form, and to be of some value and purpose in that journey. So the Lord asked, "Where shall I enter?" The Lord then split open a small suture in the skull, the crown of the little being, and entered through that door. This door is called Vidriti, and the place of abode of the Lord is called Nandana, the abode of bliss. Within the place it created 3 places, the first, the second, and the third, which are also the 3 states of the being, the waking, the dream, and the deep sleep state. Once entered, the Lord gazed upon the whole being and said, "Kim iha anyam? What else is here other than me?" Everything that is in us is created by the Lord and is the Lord. Kim iha anyam? What else is here other than me? For the survival of the being to experience the world, the knowledge turned into ignorance. So the being which was a supreme self became a pseudo-self. From Idandra, the one who sees it all, it became the Indra, the one who has forgotten it. And that is why we do not remember who we truly are. Here ends the discussion on creation. The next few verses focuses on the theme of birth. The Upanishad says we have 3 births in this world. The role of the father. When a man or the father places the seed in a woman, the mother, it grows into an embryo and a fetus. This moment of conception is the first birth. The role of the mother. The seed is not separate from the mother, but like another limb to her. She nourishes it with the help of the father. The couple jointly takes care of the little being in the womb, and then it comes out in the world. This is the second birth. The role of the child. The child then grows up, learns the ways of the world, studies, gains virtues, and then takes the responsibility from the parents to continue the generation. This transfer of responsibility is the third birth. These 3 births are only for this world. Once we remember who we truly are, we will have no more births in this world. The last 4 verses ask us a question. So now, knowing everything, tell me, who are you worshipping? Is it the all-knowing, omnipresent Atman, or is it the Jiva who has forgotten all and is trying to find God in books, idols, and places? Who is it? Who are you? All that is Brahman, the Lord, all big and small creatures, the egg-born, the womb-born, the earth-born, the horses, the cattle, the elephants, the humans, everything that moves and also that which does not move, all are driven by consciousness. Consciousness is the Brahman. The remembering will bring you to this realization. It is not about becoming. It is about remembering who we are. I say again, it is not about becoming. It is about remembering. It is about remembering. This ends the Aitareya Upanishad. I hope it has opened some new doors in your mind and you will seek further to remember who you are. In the next video, we will talk about the Kena Upanishad. So don't forget to subscribe and tune in again. Thank you for joining today. Stay peaceful and take good care. Tathastu. Namaste.